Este es un espacio para practicar inglés con arte. Welcome. One painting, one story at a time. Let's begin.
Long before Venus was born, there was a war in the sky. Uranus, the god of the heavens, ruled with fear and cruelty. He hid his children deep inside the earth and kept them away from the light. But one of his sons, Saturn, rose against him. He wanted to end his father's power. With a sharp stone sickle, Saturn attacked Uranus. It was an act of violence and castration, an act that changed the world forever. The severed parts of Uranus fell into the sea. The water moved. The waves turned white. Blood, sea, and immortal seed created a strange and shining foam. And from that foam, something impossible appeared. Not a monster, not a weapon, not another god of war, but beauty. A naked goddess rose from the sea, calm, radiant, and silent. The spring winds carried her to the shore, and Venus arrived as the world held its breath. Welcome to The Birth of Venus by Sandro Botticelli. Now, let's look at the painting. What do we see first? In the center of the painting, we see Venus. She is standing on a large shell floating on the sea. Her body is still, but her hair moves gently with the wind. Venus covers herself with her long golden hair. Her face is calm, distant, and almost mysterious. She does not look afraid. She looks peaceful, as if she belongs to another world. On the left side, we see the wind gods. They blow Venus toward the shore. Their bodies are close together, and the air around them is full of movement. Flowers fall from the sky as they push her forward. On the right side, a woman waits for Venus. She holds a cloak and moves toward her. She seems ready to cover the goddess as soon as she arrives. At the bottom of the painting, we see the sea and the shell. The shell carries Venus like a small boat. The waves are soft and the shore is near. The whole scene feels calm, but everything is moving. The wind blows, the flowers fall, the hair flows, the cloak opens, and Venus arrives. Sandro Botticelli was an Italian painter of the early Renaissance. He was born in Florence, a city full of artists, poets, merchants, and powerful families. In Botticelli's time, Florence was one of the great centers of culture in Europe. People were looking again at the art, stories, and ideas of ancient Greece and Rome. This is why Venus appears here. She is not a Christian saint. She is a goddess from classical mythology, the goddess of love, beauty, and desire. For Botticelli, Venus was more than a beautiful body. She represented an ideal, beauty as something pure, graceful, and almost divine. The painting was probably made for a wealthy and educated family in a world where art, power, poetry, and philosophy were deeply connected. So, what does this painting mean? At first, it looks like a simple image of beauty. But it is more than that. Venus represents ideal beauty. She is not painted as an ordinary woman. She is a vision of harmony, grace, and desire. In the Renaissance, artists looked again at the human body. They saw the body not only as something physical, but also as something meaningful. Here, Venus is naked, but she does not look vulgar. She looks calm, distant, and almost sacred. She is standing still, but everything around her is moving. The wind blows, the flowers fall, the waves open, the cloak moves toward her. And this is one of the most powerful contrasts in the painting. The myth begins with violence, but Botticelli gives us silence, balance, and beauty. Venus is born from chaos, but she arrives as grace. Now, let's learn one useful phrase from this painting. The painting shows beauty in motion. This phrase is useful when something looks beautiful, but also alive and moving. In Botticelli's painting, Venus is almost still, but everything around her is moving. The wind is blowing, her hair is flowing, the flowers are falling, the cloak is moving toward her, and the sea is carrying her to the shore. So we can say, the painting shows beauty in motion. You can also use this idea in daily life. A dancer can be beauty in motion. A bird in the sky can be beauty in motion. Even a person walking with confidence can be beauty in motion. Before we finish, here is a question for you. How would you describe Venus in one word? Calm, shy, powerful, mysterious, or divine? Write your answer in the comments and try to do it in English. The myth begins in darkness, but the painting gives us light. It begins with violence, but Botticelli gives us silence. It begins with chaos, but Venus arrives with grace. That is the power of this painting. It transforms an ancient myth into an unforgettable image of beauty. And today, we use that image to practice English, not only with words, but with movement, emotion, and meaning. If you enjoyed this journey, follow CanvaLingo, subscribe, and keep practicing English through art. One painting, one story at a time.